Good evening, my name is The Ferret. I'm on Scar Mountainlab EU with Alarm Copter.
Hello there.
Okay, standard rules apply. If you're not the sound of our voices, please go to the main menu, go find the mute button, which is like a little ear with an X through it, and find our names on the server list. That will shut us up real quick. Now anyway, today, we're on Mountainlab. What do you think of Mountainlab, man?
It's not my favourite map. I mean, I generally tend to favour payload maps anyway, but as a attack-defence map, I'd say it's okay. It's definitely not my favourite out of that sort of bunch, but it's definitely a pretty map at the very least.
No, I'd say it's got a bit of charm to it. It's got a very nice, narrowy, tall feel to it. A lot of maps that don't really have.
Mission begins in 30
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, especially compared to something like Gravel Pit or Gorge. Yeah, that is one thing actually. Yeah, it's got some nice choke points and things like that.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the teams who's going on. Well, blue team, not sure the most pushiest of push forces, and red team, well, you know, I'd say it's actually a pretty good team actually for a small team. Got some maneuverability, looks, yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not too bad from a team that seems to have suffered a few sort of people dropping out of the server. So yeah, not too bad so far.
Okay, doors are open. Brave little mini sentry. Yeah, he's playing blue. He's using mini sentries. Yeah, you're doing all right. You're doing all right. Yeah. You know, as you know, my pet peeves with engineers is when they play red and defensive and then choose to take the small sentries. Like, why? This holds nothing.
Oh yeah, there's basically no point. If you're on defensive, especially on a map like this, you've got a setup time. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. I thought this was going on the rest of the point for the time being. I think, you know, blue's trying to get to the point. Red are just actually defending reasonably well. I am. You're seeing FR1T. He sneakily took down that red engineer's sentry from behind. Nice work. Used the arcing ability of his weapons.
Some nice work there, although he did manage to get killed by it to begin with, so possibly a bit of revenge there rather than a complete win.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, you kind of learn what to do, which is don't approach it from the front. I mean, we've seen some players who will continue to try and hit something from the front rather than try and get it from a sneaky way. I'm not sure how Execute just died there, but man, that guy held up for ages.
Although that did pretty much just demonstrate what you were stating there pretty much perfectly. Head on at a mini sentry.
Yeah. Hey, okay, so well, it looks like Mimo Zem Standanton. That's a hard name to pronounce. Trying to cap the point there. The rest of the team has really moved up with him though. To be honest, I actually want to see if this game's a little bit lackluster. Both teams aren't really getting at it. We want to see some major pushes or some solid defences here.
Yeah, everybody does look to be really shy. Although I think that might be in part to what Blue have gone for so far with their sort of class choices. It's like you said, it's not the pushiest of teams.
Although teams are beginning to fill up 99. So okay, we're getting guys in. Oh, there goes Red Uber. Execute. Maybe wrong timing, but certainly a good entrance. Okay, yeah, kind of defended the point somewhat. Although, yeah, it's looking a bit. Blue just kind of ran away from that and just come back again. So I think they rambled on here a bit. However, in any case, I mean, okay, Blue are getting that nicely. Where is Red?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. So far, really, we've seen Execute and Dude of the Rock, and that's pretty much it. I haven't actually seen anybody else.
So yeah, we are commentating. If you don't want to hear us, please just mute us. That will shut up real quick. Okay, so look at that. They're just sitting there capping that point quite nicely. That's good 7 minutes on the clock there. I think they'll do well from that. But yeah, I want to know what Red's plan is at the moment. It seems a bit devoid of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of expecting there to be sort of possibly a massive defence waiting here, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems to have fallen quite flat.
Yeah, maybe we might have a lot of noobs, and we might have a lot of people who are not entirely sure what they're supposed to be doing. But yeah, look at Blue Team there. Heavy clan leader Vash is on the point. You know, they're just chilling. And, you know, blue team hasn't really moved up either. This is a very weird game today. Okay, having a look. Well, actually, there may be something else going on, but... Yeah, I mean, blue are capping that. Okay, so there's 11 minutes on the clock. What do you think Red needs to do here?
Well, as I always like to go, I say Kritzkrieg. That's got to be the way it's to be done. I mean, so far Blue have done a pretty good job of moving up consistently as a group. So a Kritzkrieg and a Demoman could do a pretty nice job of at least wiping them out for, say 30 seconds or so, something along the lines of that. So it could help them, but I don't know. So far, it seems to have been the most peaceful game of TF2 I've ever seen. So
yeah, this is incredibly docile. This game.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what Red really have to offer in the way of a strong defense at the moment. So it remains to be seen.
I mean, the other thing we're seeing with this game, actually, we're seeing a well, 11 minutes on the clock. I mean, Blue have got a massive margin of error here. So if things do go wrong, which Red are starting to come back now, but where is Blue? I mean, the thing is, we see them kind of moving a little bit, but then they don't. It's a very weird game. Off talk though, one thing absolutely massive engine is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this? What's going on here? Heavy clan leader deciding to go for the sap. Oh wow, Pyro. Nice attempt. I mean, he saw the stuff getting sapped and thought, you know what, I could take this. Oh, what is going on here? That was some amazing teamwork right there.
Yeah, that was perfect. Especially as well, a nice shot to the NG as well, just to top it all off as well, making sure that no one can get that back from where it was.
Yeah, it took out all the NGs. I mean, the Pyro came in just as a distraction, and long enough for him to undead Ringer, and then stab the guy. That was a nice bit of teamwork. But here's the thing though, I mean, Red have already been to recover. I mean, where's his blue pressure? They're just not really throwing it out there. It all seems a bit, we're coming, but not much.
Yeah, really, especially something like that. It's obvious, even just looking at the kill feed, you can see that, 2 sentries have gone down. That should be the cue for everyone on blue to make a massive push. And, yeah, I mean, I can't see anybody, really.
I mean, Blue are kind of getting sort of established a little, but it's just, I don't know. First of all, the teleport I think is in the wrong place, a little bit far back. If they can get a bit closer, that'd be great. But they need to kind of start clearing Red and make a big push. Get some medics in there even. Oh, okay. Maybe get a scout on that. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, is that... I think there was sentry upstairs being taken out. Nice bit of sap and flame work. Now, one thing I am seeing with this blue team, though, they are very canny players. They're taking out sentry pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if one thing can be said about them, they do seem to have gotten a pretty good rhythm going with sap, Pyro, take out the NG, make sure he can't repair his sapped building. So that is at least one thing that they can take away from this.
Yeah, if you do that enough, and that's the thing with engineering in a strange way, it's one of those classes that suffers badly from, poor morale. If your central stuff keeps getting blown up time after time after time, you're like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, especially if it's a spy. If you get a building that gets sapped maybe 3 or 4 times, any sort of not quite well versed player is basically just going to go straight for Pyro, and then you're missing out on an NG, and just because there's a spy and you're a Pyro doesn't mean you're going to kill the spy.
So the clock is still looking good somewhat. Unfortunately, Fracto's there just takes out the teleporter. That was unfortunate. But good work there. He saw the teleport, and as I've always said, the biggest asset of an engineer is that teleporter. If you can make that thing work, it's so good. Look at this red team, they're coming back. We're seeing soldiers everywhere. And a couple of demo men. Man, this team is really biting back. I do play from time to time, but right now I'm commentating, man, if that's okay. But you know what, I say about, TF2, sometimes you just need a team full of guys with combat abilities. You've seen heavies here, Demoman, soldiers, you need that in the team.
Yeah, I mean, looking at sort of how the teams have gone now, it does seem to be that they've evened out quite well, and I mean, especially on Red, Dude of the Rock and Execute, they've done a really good job of keeping everybody pushed back, because, we haven't seen any blue people, and they've sort of been consistently getting stuff in the kill feed all the while that we've been chalking.
Yeah, Red's been more consistent. Blue can get the occasional push in, but they just can't seem to catch a break, or they don't move in as a group. As you said, you like, teams to move in as one big push rather than just trickles.
It's always the best way, but then it can also open up my other favourite tactic, which is Kritzkrieg.
Yep. So Marcus has a lovely stab there. You saw it sees the heavy losing vulnerability and just stabs him right afterwards.
Yeah, I feel like sort of a lot of people just opt to not bother for like a post Uber stab. They feel like, oh, the Uber's ended, so he's not harmful anymore. I'll just leave him. But the Uber does build up, and they still have bullets in their guns.
Especially heavies. Those things like what 450 health. Those are hard to take down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Uber, sometimes isn't the worst thing that can happen to you in a game.
Okay, one thing I haven't seen now. Blue is beginning to find their attacking feet. I think they're on a roll here. This might be coming along for them. Okay, FR1T takes out the sentry upstairs. Can Blue make a push of this? Okay, it's looking good. Yeah, I think Red are feeding the pinch. Can Blue make this work? I think Blue, yeah, they've got dominance of the area. They're actually making Red an expensive area for Red right now.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of keeping the pressure on. Just those explosive classes, making pretty easy work of Red. Just everybody coming out of the spawn and not really noticing there's sticky bombs everywhere.
Yeah, so very, very briefly, there's Zatina there using, I think, one Demo Man on the point and using the pain train. I think I do love the pain train. Oh, what's this? Afro Shap there. He's on the point. He's capping. Oh, nice one by Fractos there. Just gets the defense on that. He's playing the defense scout. I mean, it's a very unusual thing to go with. I mean, scout is a very weird place in the defense game. You have to play it exceptionally well.
Yeah, I think the main thing with the defense scout is just the fact that they can obviously get back to the point quickly.
Ruger's meal there, just about holding the point. Red have got to keep a guy on the point at all times now, because that's going to go. Like that? Not so much like... Oh god, he's getting close. Now that guy is trying to, sticky the point, but it's not going to work so well. We're entering our third minute remaining, and Blue are hair's breadth of victory. How do you think it's going to go, man?
I don't know. I'd like to say that it'd be Blue, but I think possibly at the start of the round, Red might have been sort of suffering from not necessarily poor skill, but just poor class choices, because they seem to have switched it around and done a good job now. They are holding their ground pretty well.
Yeah, and Blue are just getting those caps in. They just keep nudging the point up, and it's putting Red firm on the defensive. The thing is, Blue haven't really come with a major attack in. If they threw in an Uber and that'd be great. Nah, Blue just haven't got the upstairs like they did before.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw there, just on the left-hand side of the point, there was two scouts there. They could have both been attacking at the same time, but they sort of chose to go one at a time, and the attack just petered out. That could have been a cap there if they just played their cards right.
Yeah, time for a cap rate would be damn good. There's 1 minute 50, roughly. It's so hard to call, I'd say. I mean, Blue are wrecking this Red team somewhat. They're so close, but this Red team does seem to be on the ball. But no, the thing we're seeing with this team, like, the blue team just not moving. They're not really getting in there.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not so keen on their choice of attack classes now. They seem to have dropped down from what they were. I think they would have been better sticking to where they were maybe 3 or 4 minutes ago. That was a good choice there, but now I'm not so sure.
Ooh, Vash Stampede. Oh, it's an Uber. The last great Uber. Medic, why aren't you moving when you do a hit? Oh, well, that was a bit of dropping ball there from the Medic, just not sticking with the Demo Man. But Blue needs to get this now. It's their last best chance. It's looking like Afro. He's not on the point. He's just dancing around it. Okay, there we're going. Can they make it work? Oh, it's a Brass Beast Heavy. This could be dangerous. Stab. So much desperation. Heavy is clinging to the point. Why aren't these guys attacking at once? But, finally.
That was so close.
That was ridiculously close. I thought Red could have just had that, but Blue were just almost nailing it, and finally did.